Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Breeze got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Watson with a give to Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Now Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 78 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Fells has it, left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's going to look. They've got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Watson. Open man, the tight end Fells. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To the air yet again, Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
21. SOS. 80 weapon.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would have loved to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A first down carry now for Miller. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
5-9. You better be afraid.
Breeze now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, Delta. Give me that ball, defense.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Here's Watson, buying time to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Ready?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Shotgun now for Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 69 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Game has it complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 81 yards, and the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the sack on first down, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. It's a foot race past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 45 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Play action for Miller. Now Watson.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 46 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.